guys, welcome to today's video. Now today I am filming my top drugstore recommendations. It's going to be like top 5 or top 10, but kind of have like multiples of everything, every part of your face, so I couldn't really put a number on it. There's about 20 things. This is probably kind of bad timing because the Priceline sale just passed, but these brands always go on sale or they're affordable if you buy them online. It's not too bad, and I still definitely recommend picking them all up. Even I'd probably pay full price for all of these things because they're amazing, and that's why I think you should try them. So starting off with moisturizer, just going to quickly run through this because it's boring, but the one thing I've been using for years, I think my mum gave this to me when I first started needing moisturizer, and I just never strayed from it. It's the oil-free moisture SPF 15 facial moisturizer from Neutrogena. This isn't for sensitive skin or dry skin or anything. There is a sensitive skin one, but I actually used that one time and it just didn't feel as good, so I've always stuck with this one, and it hydrates my extremely dry skin and it just is amazing. So I recommend this for dry skin. I don't know about oily, but I recommend this anyway. Moving on to foundation. This is one of the first foundations I ever tried, and I've tried so many others like the Match Perfection, the Chi Chi, but this just always works the best for me, and it's the CoverGirl and Olay Tone Rehab Foundation in Classic Ivory. Now this is still a little dark, it's what I'm wearing today, and I don't completely match, can't help that. I think the reason this works so well is because it's a colour and correction, so obviously corrects your redness, and it's quite a good coverage without looking cakey, I don't think. And because it's got this sort of, I think I'm assuming it's a moisturizer sort of serum type thing, kind of like the Stila One Step Correct Primer, how the products mix together. That's what this does, and it just keeps me really hydrated. At the moment my skin feels really nice, feels soft. I just really love this foundation. I've used hardly any, which is weird because I use it all the time. This is just something I always go back to. So if you have dry skin, I definitely recommend this. The next thing is probably a quite recent favourite, but I know is very well known, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I just think this works amazing for me. I use the shade 15 Fair because the 10 Light I think is actually, I think it's too orange, or it just looks darker than this one, which I think I've mentioned before. So I pick up this one, and it doesn't really brighten, but it does conceal and just feels really nice. You've probably heard so much about this, you know this is amazing, so pick this up. One of my favourite powders to go over my foundation is this CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Pressed Powder in Ivory, and I think this does work so well because it doesn't go with the CoverGirl foundation, but they're both CoverGirl products, so these just create an amazing base for me. I love this. It's got quite a good coverage as well. It's good colour. It's really good to I sort of pat it all over my skin and then I buff it in a bit, and it adds like an amazing amount of coverage, even though this is already good coverage, as I said, but it just tops it off and mattifies quite nicely. It's expensive, but I get it on sale and it seems to last forever. I have this much left and I've had it for a few months now. It has a mirror, which is always good. I don't know, it just works really well. This was something that I got given to me, and now I've just can't stop using it because it works so well. I've tried other powders and they just don't work well for me. I'm not into the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder like everyone else. It's a bit cakey, but this gives coverage, but it's not cakey. It's awesome. Now the next thing is a recent purchase which you would have seen in my Priceline haul, and it's the Face of Australia Translucent Powder. Now I think this is really just nice to pop under your eyes because, as I've mentioned, I always crease under my eyes. I've got these really fine lines which you can probably see under my eyes here. When I smile they look horrible when I'm wearing makeup, but this just helps accentuate them a little less. If I used to put the Australis Banana-y colour powder under there, and that looks disgustingly cakey, but sometimes I just do it anyway because I wanted brightening, but bad move. So this is amazing, translucent, really fine, really soft, goes on easily, gonna last forever, and there's not much else to say. You've probably heard about this, raved about as well, and I think everyone needs this, or everyone at least needs to try it, because I know it hasn't worked for some people, but it works for me, so it may work for you. So done with the base, now moving on to our rest of our face. This will come as no surprise to you if you've been watching my videos for a while. For bronzer, contour, and a highlighter, I recommend the Australis Contour Kit. Yes, so many people hate this, say it's not blendable, but it blends well on me. I love it. I love, you know, the shades that I love, but I'll say them again. Love this shade for contouring and then this shade for bronzing. The highlight has grown on me a lot. I wish I had the one with a mirror though. Like, I don't want to pick it up just to get a mirror, but that would be awesome. And then I used to pop these under my eyes, but now they're just a little too cakey, but they are still good, maybe in like, really in moderation. But yeah, I never stray from this. I tried another contour bronzing product. I have Hoola, which I'm yet to try, but this is just always my number one. It always goes on sale as well. So if you don't have this and you don't want to try it because you heard bad things, let me tell you it's worth trying, because I am pale. I am all the things that people say it doesn't work for, and it works for me. So yeah, this is probably my number one recommendation. On to blushes, I have two brands of blushes. I mostly use high-end blushes because I love my Too Faced blushes, but I reckon an amazing brand for blush is e.l.f. I have 3 of their different types. There is these, I don't know what all the different ranges are, but these kind of look a little bit cheap, but this surprisingly has an amazing pigmentation. I put this on today. I'm wearing a lot of these products today. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. In the shade Flushed, so I recommend these. And then there's these ones which are clearly a little bit of copy of NARS blushes, and this is an amazing bright pink, which doesn't come off as vibrant like this, but these are also amazing. I know these are really pigmented. And then the third one is their little baked blushes. These are a lot more subtle and have more of a sheen, but they're really, really good if you're not into your heavy blush and just want a light flush. I recommend all 3 of those types, and we have e.l.f. in Kmart, so that actually is accessible, and the prices are a bit more, but if you want to go all out and make a massive order online, I recommend iHerb, which is where I've picked up all my e.l.f. stuff. Spent $40 and got a whole box of e.l.f., so it's amazing. And the second range of blushes is Milani. I'm sure everyone has heard of these. These are, I think, like $10. I'm not sure where to buy them though, but I had the shade Dolce Pink and I'm still going on Luminoso. This was my favorite. I hit pan, as you can see, so long ago, but I never throw it out because it's just beautiful to remember. It was just the most gorgeous bright pink shade, like so pink, and these also have a lot of shimmer in them, so it's really nice. And then Luminoso is very well known as well, and it's more of a peachy corally colour, so I definitely do love this, but I have to be quite gentle with it because it can come off quite orangey on me. But these are amazing, and I'm sure many of you probably already have one in your collection, but if not, then pick them up because they are affordable. Yes, you can't buy them in store, but I'm sure there's plenty of places to buy them online. So yeah. Last part of the face is highlighter, and this is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. This is the first highlighter I ever got, and if you've seen my Makeup Revolution haul, picked up this, and this is probably one of the best things. This highlighter is just amazing. It is so over the top, but I love it, and I don't really have anything much to say about it except it's so amazing, and bam, just I don't have any words for this, but this is in the shade Golden Lights, and it's just a really nice, like, sort of duochrome, like white silvery gold, and it's just beautiful. So I recommend trying these out. I recommend trying all of these out. That's the point of the video, Allie. Moving a bit further up the face to brows. Another recent purchase or pickup from my Model Co show bag was the Model Co More Brows. I used this in my first impressions of the brand as a whole, and this stuff is amazing. Got it on my brows today. It's just so easy to do. Actually gives my brows shape. I don't know, it's got little fibers in it apparently. Just a good colour, it has a lot of colour, and I don't even know where you buy Model Co in store, but I know you can. No, I'm sure it must just be at Priceline. But yeah, this is amazing. I haven't tried Gimme Brow by Benefit, but I'm sure this is a dupe for it. So yeah, I love this. This has become my everyday brow product because I used to actually fill them in with the next product, but this is just so much easier. So the next product, which looks disgusting because I used it for about a year straight, it's the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. I always find that name funny because it's like, just gonna put some cake on my eyebrows. And came with the wax product, which we won't even talk about that. And then a little spoolie and an eyebrow brush thingy, and then the two shades, I always use the darker shade. It's very cool toned, and this was just awesome to fill in the brows and then spoolie through and pop the wax through. And this is probably good for a more full-on brow. I find that with my unkempt brows, whatever the word is, this is probably just too much unless I'm going all out. Other than that, I will just always use my model code, but for an actual brow powder, I definitely recommend this one. And this has lasted forever, and it's still going. Onto the eyes. I don't have an eye primer, but if we're talking eyeshadows, I will always definitely say Chi Chi eyeshadow palettes. I have 8 of these, this is just 4. This is the Bases, which is just really good for bases. The Elegant, which is really, really good for a purple toned eye. The Sunkissed, which is nice for a warm orangey brown eye. And the Nudes, which is a dupe for the Naked 1 or 2, I can't remember, but just good for a warm or cool bronzy shimmery eye. Just absolutely perfect. Pretty much everyone recommends these. They are $22, but I think at the moment they're on sale almost everywhere. They're so worth it anyway. Like a whole palette for $20 is a bargain. Don't know what else to say. These are just so good, so pigmented. They can be hit and miss, but most of the ones I have are very, very good, and all of the shimmery shades are just absolutely perfect. Now, eyeliner, I cannot recommend the Hyper Sharp Wing yet because I haven't used it, so I will just stick with the Master Precise. This still works amazing for me. I pop these wings on in about 20 seconds, maybe for each eye, just really rough wing. It's still lasting, it's not drying out. The brush works. I'm doing that so much. I'm a horse. The brush is still going strong. I've just got one little stray hair, but he's over there, so he's not causing a problem. The product's amazing. It's so black, so easy to use, and I cannot recommend this one enough. And I will probably recommend the Hyper Wing, but I won't for now, even though everyone else does. That's why I got it. And I know I just picked this up in my Priceline haul as well, but I used it the other day and I've never used a gel, and this was incredible. It's the Models Prefer gel liner, and I honestly did a wing with this in like 5 seconds as well. It was so incredibly fast. The product in it is quite similar to a brow pomade, I think. Possibly the Chi Chi one because it's quite creamy. So I already recommend this product. I don't know how much it is by itself because it was obviously in that pack for $6, but if it's $6 in a pack, can't imagine it being more than $5. But if that pack's still there, definitely pick it up. Even just for this, this is worth $6. I'm so into gel liner now. If they're all gonna be like this one, then that's amazing. Onto mascaras. Of course, I cannot recommend enough my Maybelline Lash Sensational. I actually saw in a beauty group that a lot of people don't like this, and they say they don't like it because it's waterproof, but there is a non-waterproof and a waterproof one, so just don't get the waterproof one. They say it's so hard to get off, my cellar water doesn't get it off, blah blah blah. But for me, yes, it is hard to get off, but that means it stays on. I think it's awesome. Got it on today, just a bit more naturally, and I think I've said enough about this product in previous videos. It's in my favorites. It's amazing and you all need to try it. And I don't think I've mentioned this in a while or ever, but my all-time favorite mascara before I found that one and Miss Manga and things like that was the, I've written it down here because I don't have it anymore. I ran out and I decided not to buy it again, even though it's only $5, because I just have so many mascaras. If you saw my photo on Instagram, I have like 20 maybe, I don't know. But it's the Essence mascara in the purple tube. I hear a lot of people talking about the pink tube, and I almost did buy that at the Priceline sale, but it was all sold out. I'm assuming they would be quite similar. They're both like full volume black. They just do everything, and it's incredible, and it's like, what, $5, $6? So I think all the Essence mascaras are good, but my personal recommendation is the purple tube, so get your hands on it. Moving on to the final part, which I tried to pick one, but I kind of got a few lip products, which is understandable for me. They are my favorite thing. But I will start off with lip liners. I know everyone raves about Essence lip liners, but I got one and I feel like it's quite dry. I don't know, I think it's just because I'm too into my crayon-y wind-up type ones, even though this one here is not. It's a pencil, but it's so creamy. And so this one's a crayon roll up and this one's a pencil. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish pencil and this is the Exaggerate Full Color pencil. These are amazing. I picked this up on sale. I think I picked both of them up on sale and so they were quite cheap. This is just the perfect color. East End Snob. It's just the perfect for everything. Like, because it's a nude color, you can put it under any color just as a base. And I used it today and then I just put my little lips over the top and it just is amazing. These are amazing. Lip liners, Rimmel. And so I thought I would divide my lip products into matte lip creams, lipsticks and lip pencils. And because I don't have many lip pencils, this was easy. The Maybelline Color Drama, I recently uploaded a lip swatch video, so I won't need to say a lot about these, but no particular shade, just all of them. These are just so easy to apply. I love them. They're so pigmented, they last, they're gorgeous. And if you are looking for lip pencils with full color, grab some of these, and they are some of the cheapest lip products out there. Going with lipsticks, I thought I'd pop in the Essence lipsticks because they are constantly bringing out new colors and I haven't bought any new shades in a while, but of the original shades I have about 5 or 6. This one is Wear Berries and I really love this color, and these are so pigmented. I swatched them on my arm just before this video. I put another lipstick next to this lipstick and they are just as pigmented, just as creamy, and I love them. And I think these are like $4 or $5 as well. So if you haven't tried Essence, then they are definitely one to try. And the second lipstick, I only have one of these, but this one is just so good that I feel like they must all be this good. And I have swatched a lot in store and they are all amazing. So it's the Color Inject Moisturizing Mineral Lipsticks by Australis. I have the shade Samba and I love this color. They are so creamy, as it says. They are moisturizing, easy to apply, they last, and they go on quite creamy and sheeny, and then after a while they tend to mattify, which I find really interesting. These lipsticks are probably like $10 maybe, and I love these. And the final products, these probably both won't come as a surprise to you, is my favorite matte lip creams, the Velour Lips and the Colourpop. I was just gonna say Colourpop, but Velour Lips for me, they still are so amazing. I have this one on today and just, they're not as drying on me as they are on other people. I have like 15 shades. I still love them. I'm still collecting them. And the Colourpops, they're pretty similar, if not, they're just a bit thinner, and these are a bit thicker, but they both have an overall finish the same. Sometimes these just dry a bit quicker, so they're harder to work with. These give you a bit more time, but other than that, for me, they are both just as amazing as each other. They both have amazing colour ranges. Velour Lips don't tend to have greens, but that's what Colourpop's for. So yeah, I love both of these, and you already know that I love both of these. I don't really get off a lot of extra, like some people say they take off their makeup and then they use this and there's like a whole nother face of makeup. I don't get that, but it does feel really nice to just clean the face, and I'm usually pretty bad and I'll just go to sleep straight after, but I think the best thing to do is actually go and wash your face because it's got a little bit of an oiliness, and so when you like work it into your skin, it's kind of like turns into a sort of cleanser. So just wash your face after and smush it all around, and it feels really good. Just make sure you get that oily feeling off, because once it's wet, it becomes a lot more oily. Just think this is awesome, and I'm pretty sure most of you have probably already had it and tried it and either love it or hate it, but I thought I'd just quickly mention that, even though that probably wasn't quickly. Oh well. So that is the end of my drugstore, Priceline, Kmart, Target recommendations. It's just so much easier to say drugstore. Sorry mum, she thinks it's weird, but that's what happens when you're on YouTube. You just start to say drugstore and fall and weird things like that. But yeah, that brings me to the end of my recommendations. If any of you own these things and love them or hate them, then let me know, because I'd be really curious. And if you pick any of them up, let me know. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!